is Natalie Imbruglia. Did I say it right then?
Yeah, you did. Well done.
Imbruglia.
Imbruglia, yeah.
Okay, that's because your father is in Italian?
Mm-hmm.
And you were born in Australia?
Yeah, I was born in Sydney. Actually, my dad's pretty much Australian. He came out when he was 4 years old, so...
Oh, so tell me. I want to know all about Natalie Imbruglia, so we have to start by the source, I think.
Okay.
What kind of parents did you have? What kind of... were they artists also? What did they do?
No, my dad fancies himself a singer, but I don't really.
Oh.
He was in a band when he was younger called the Birds and the Bees. So he likes to think of himself as a singer, but he's not in the industry. My mum's a school teacher and working class family, not show busy at all really. So it's kind of strange that I popped out knowing what I wanted to do, and yeah, there was no influence from mum and dad at all.
So did you know already on an early age what you wanted to be when you would grow up?
Yeah, I started dancing when I was 2 years old.
Oh,
I was
really?
still in nappies, yeah. And I danced for like 14 years straight, like hardcore, 6 days a week.
That must be hard.
Yeah, I really loved dancing. And then when I was 13, I started to sing and act at the same time. So yeah, I've always wanted to be some kind of entertainer.
So how did the acting career develop? I mean,
Right.
you went to a casting or what
I
happened?
did acting at school, and then I got a scholarship to go to a school where I did 3 hours of acting a day. And this led to me getting a really good agent, and then I dropped out of school.
Oh.
And because I wanted to audition full time,
Yeah.
and because I hated school. And so within a 6-month period, I did 4 commercials and landed a job on Neighbours. I don't know if it's shown here, is it?
Not anymore.
Okay, yeah,
we used
so-
to show it, but not anymore. So we don't know you from that. We just know you as a singer. Maybe
Cool.
that's good, maybe it's not, but I
This is
think it's
good.
good, yeah. So tell me, at one point you had enough of Australian or whatever, you were looking for something else, and you moved to London all of a sudden.
Yeah, well, I finished on the show, and I had opportunity to go to London because it's very popular. The show's very popular in London. So initially it was to go to do some promotion, and then I decided I'm going to get some stage work. I'm going to do plays, and I couldn't get the right visas. So I got very depressed, and I just kind of went out and bummed around in London for a couple of years and didn't really know what to do. It was kind of this period of time where I was thinking, I always wanted to make a record, but after I started acting, I think I've blown my chances. And then
Why?
after, I think because there was
Because then you're the cute face from Neighbours and who can't sing and...
Yeah, there's a stigma attached to crossing over. And I was so, I guess, had been in the industry from 17, it meant so much to me what the industry would say, you know. When you don't work in the industry for 2 years, you start to think for yourself again. And I thought, I'm doing this for me, nobody else. So I started songwriting.
That's important.
Yeah.
So when was the first time you sat down in London, I think in an apartment, you lived in an apartment there, and you thought, well, I'm just trying to write a song, and it flew out of your pen?
It was literally like this. I was very
really?
depressed.
Yeah.
The first song I wrote was City, and it was literally, I spent a lot of time in my bedroom at this period of my life staring at the walls, and it was literally get a piece of paper and a pen and go, okay, what do? I don't know what to do. And I mean, I started doing it this way as poetry, but now it's not such a hard thing to do because I do it through the music, and it's more organic. I don't sit there straining my brain for what to say. It comes from the music, and it seems to just spurt out of nowhere.
It's nice that the first song you wrote, you actually put it on the album.
Definitely.
So it was a good one.
Yeah, it's nice to listen to the words and go, oh my God,
I've been there.
I've been there and I got here.
Yeah, great.
Good.
So how is it, because you put a lot of your own experience into the songs, it's the same as City, and how is it when you hear it back? Does it make you happy, or is it like, well, I've got rid of that one because I put it in a song? How do you feel when you hear all your own experience?
It's weird. I don't really listen to my album anymore since it was done. Only when I perform do I kind of experience the emotion of the song, but I don't actually sit there and listen to it. I don't know why that is. I think it's something about letting it go and just, you know, I like to keep it special as well and just save it for when I'm doing performances and obviously band rehearsals and things like
Otherwise
that.
you get sick of your own songs.
Yeah, and also, I don't know, I think every single song reminds me of a period of time, because it might seem that every song is about a person. It's not necessarily true. It might remind me of my 3 months in America and what I did there. And so, yeah, it's kind of like a little diary. It's good.
It's nice for later on. You can listen to it. But what was the first reaction I can imagine that you were in the studio for months and wrote a lot of songs, and then finally the album is finished, and you hear it for the first time totally.
Yeah.
What was your first reaction? Oh God, am I this? Is it my album?
Yeah,
or?
it's freaky. I still find it hard to believe that people listen to that, you know, take it home and buy it, and it freaks me out. I think up until the point, it never felt to me like, how's this going to become an album? It's just a bunch of songs. It's really a strange feeling. And finally, when you get the list done and you hear it from beginning to end, you go, oh my gosh, it's one thing. It becomes one thing. And I guess that was exciting because it was right at the last minute that I had this feeling. Up until then, it was just like, because the songs are so different, you know. So I thought, how's this going to come together? But it always does in the end.
Yeah, they're totally different. So that's what I want to ask you, because I feel it's like a crossover between a Bristol sound, a little bit alternative, a little bit poppy. How do you describe the whole album?
I think it's me kind of finding my ground in this industry, and I still haven't, you know, I'm still learning. I knew, I was very clear about what I didn't want to do, but I wasn't so clear about a direction, like, I want to be this way, you know. I didn't want to be contrived, I didn't want to copy or, you know, so I just tried to leave myself open to anything, and that means I work with different people. Some of them come from programming backgrounds, others just guitar backgrounds, and I let their influence just, you know, influence the song and take it wherever it went. I think it's just where I'm at, you know.
So something of everything.
It's a good example of, yeah.
But how did that went? I mean, you went to London, you found out that you could write, you can sing. Did you already have any connections in the music industry, maybe from your acting career? Or how did you where do you have to go then when you know things like that from yourself?
I knew a lot of people in London being in the industry, and this intimidated me. I mean, I knew big top producers, and I didn't tell them. I mean, I had this thing that I didn't want anyone to help me who's a friend. So I didn't involve any of the people that I knew who were in the industry. I wasn't very good at networking, and then I met my manager, Anne Barrett. And I think after that, she was like my voice, because I was very shy. I mean, I never told anybody I was doing this because they would laugh at me because I've been on this show, you know. It was like, oh God, you know, because nobody knew that I actually come from singing background. So it was probably when my manager came on board, and she introduced me to songwriters through publishing companies, and she had a lot more confidence in me than I did. So
in the end, it's fine that you knew already some people, or you had a good manager because you were an actor. Otherwise, it was even harder, I think, if you were, not a nobody, but nobody
she wasn't
knew you.
involved in my acting career.
Oh, no.
She came along, I just met her in a bar through a friend, and it was a chance meeting that she was just being friendly and helping me out. She was not in the business at the time. And 6 months later, it was like we were a team, and it was really natural, and it was great.
Good. So tell me, who chose the first release of an album? Is it you? Can you say, I want this one to be my first release? Or you did it on your own, so Torn was your own?
I think if you choose one, and there's big reasons why the record company doesn't want it to be, you might have arguments. It was pretty unanimous. I mean, the beauty of that song for me is that it reaches so many different kinds of people. I mean, it's not... Some of the other songs are a little bit more, this kind of person will like it and this kind of person won't, you know. So I wanted a song that's not going to put me too much into any pockets initially, because people do this, you know. But yeah, it was pretty unanimous.
So now, a few months later, because it's a big hit also in Holland, congratulate on that one. But now we know that it's originally not written for you. Isn't it strange that Phil Torneley, the man who wrote it originally for, I thought Edna Swap, a band from America, you work with him all the time. I mean, you wrote songs with him, and he didn't mention once.
No, he did. See,
he did?
Yeah.
So tell me, we want to know,
I'm going to tell you the real story.
Now.
Yeah, I never said that the song was written for me. I mean, if you look on the album, it says who wrote the song. The song was written by Edna Swap and Phil Thornelli. So I start working with Phil, and we're writing our own material, and he says, I have this song, and I think you're going to love it. I think it's very you. And he plays me Torn, and I freak out, and I go, oh my God, I have to do this song. And he goes, well, it's been done before. And I go, well, who's done it? And he tells me Trina Reen, Edna Swap did an alternative version on their album, completely different. And there's another girl called Katrina or somebody who's done it.
So you knew?
Yeah,
So why all the commotion about nothing?
The UK does this, you know, it's the gotcha press. So.
Because a lot of interviews are telling totally different stories, and it was like,
yeah, the thing is,
why?
I talk about this in a lot of interviews, about it not being my song. I always say
but still they put something else down.
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, see, a lot of the tabloids in the UK, when you're successful, they want to, you know, bring you down in some way, but
or own you in some way.
Who in their right mind would let this song slip through their fingers? And as far as I was concerned, it hadn't been successful everywhere yet. So
and it's great
now it is.
Now that you do it, it is such a hit. That must be a great feeling, even though it's a cover. It doesn't matter anymore.
Well, yeah, that's the whole thing. And I could have chose one of my own songs, but I believe in this song. I love this song. I make it my own. I still love this song, you know, so.
Great. So the next release will be a Big Mistake in Holland?
It is in the UK. I'm not so sure about here. I think so. I have to check that. I'm not sure.
Do you think, can you imagine that people know you from the hit single Torn? They not tune in immediately into a song like Big Mistake?
Yeah, maybe.
Because it's totally different.
It is. Yeah, this is why I guess I think of my album as a whole thing. It's really hard when you're choosing singles, really hard, because you're like, you know,
you never know
if they hear this song, they're going to think this. And I want them to think everything.
Yeah.
So I just want people to think of it as an album, as opposed to one song means that's me. You know what I mean? Because I have different sides to my personality.
Yeah, I do know what you mean, but I can imagine that people bought the first one and
they think
the next one is like, oh, that's not Natalie Imbruglia. We don't know her like that.
Yeah.
They only knew one single, but still, aren't you afraid that some people who bought the first one aren't that enthusiastic right away for the next one?
Well, I guess the kind of person I am when I buy an album, I like variety. So, you know, there's two trains of thought. If you want an album to sound the same style, then maybe my album is not for you. But, you know, some people, they like different flavors and different... And, you know, I just tried to make an album that was enjoyable to me. And I get bored easily. I want to try different sounds and different things. And so, yeah, that's
so
okay.
So
I
if
think
you're
if
into
you're
variety, you have to
it,
buy
cool, and if
left
you're not,
of the middle, because it's from everything a little bit. Great. When are you coming back for a concert in Holland?
I'm doing a showcase tonight, and I don't know about a concert. I think at the end of the year I'm going to be busy promoting all year, and I hope to do a mini tour at the end of the year, but nothing's confirmed. That's what I would like to do if I'm not completely exhausted.
Yeah.
But I want it to be a good show, so I'm going to make sure that it's rehearsed before I go out doing
But if
shows.
you do a mini concert in Europe,
I
you
have to
come to
come.
Holland.
I would love to.
Okay. Thank you very much for this interview.
Thank you.
It's really nice meeting you.
You too.
So now we can, do the cake.
I know,
okay?
I like this joke.
This is the Music Factory.